In this video, we're going to see something about the congenital enzyme deficiencies. Gilbert syndrome, Crigler-Najjar syndrome type 1, Crigler-Najjar type 2, Dubin-Johnson, Rotard syndrome. So about the Gilbert syndrome is the most common cause of, so in this, the first two, that is Gilbert and Crigler-Najjar, they cause unconjugated hyperbilirubinemia. Rotard syndrome and Dubin-Johnson syndrome are going to cause conjugated hyperbilirubinemia. So the first one we're going to see is going to be Gilbert syndrome. The most common cause of unconjugated hyperbilirubinemia and the one which affects 3 to 8% of the population is going to be Gilbert syndrome. In Gilbert syndrome, the pathology is partial deficiency of an enzyme which is called UDP-GT. UDP is uridine diphosphate. GT is glucuronil transferase. So apparently this enzyme is very much essential for conjugation. So this enzyme is not there, there is partial deficiency of it. So the conjugation is going to be impaired. So the person will have unconjugated bilirubin in a very high level. Because it's such a common disease, it's going to be asymptomatic. Rather, the patient has on and off jaundice. For example, when the person has some acute illness or chronic illness or fasting or stress, the person is going to have jaundice. So the level up to which we can expect the bilirubin to rise in this disease is 6 mg per deciliter. So just enough to cause some amount of jaundice. Okay, so the previous video we also saw like 2.5 to 5 mg per deciliter is the one which is like crucial to form it. So in Gilbert syndrome is also the same thing. No specific treatment is necessary for Gilbert syndrome. Gilbert is a very common disease. The second disease which we're going to see is going to be Crigler-Najjar syndrome, which is of two types, type 1 and type 2. In type 1, it is an autosomal recessive disease and there is a complete absence of UDP-GT. It's completely absent. There's going to be a marked unconjugated hyperbilirubinemia. It is very marked disease, so the person is not going to survive beyond 1.5 or 2 years of age without treatment. The treatment which we're going to give them is going to be phototherapy, plasmapheresis, or exchange transfusion. But again, the definitive treatment is going to be liver transplantation. The goal of the treatment up to 2 years of age during the first several months of life is to prevent brain damage. So the target value of bilirubin should be a maximum of 20 mg per deciliter. We always try to keep the levels below this level. Otherwise, there's going to be encephalopathy because of hyperbilirubinemia, which is very bad. So that was about the Crigler-Najjar syndrome type 1. Auxiliary liver transplantation is the preferred treatment. It's the gold standard as well. Going on to Crigler-Najjar syndrome type 2, it is called ARIA syndrome, ARIA. There is marked reduction in the UDP-GT enzyme, the same enzyme for all three diseases, UDP-GT. Okay, Gilbert syndrome, Crigler-Najjar type 1, Crigler-Najjar type 2. In Crigler-Najjar type 2, in comparison with type 1, the jaundice is less severe and it does not cause kernicterus at any cost. And the treatment of it is pretty simple. We just give phenobarbital. The person, after giving phenobarbital, is going to substantially get better. Significant decrease in the bilirubin level happens. So what does this phenobarbital actually do? Phenobarbital is going to cause hyperplasia of the ER, which is endoplasmic reticulum, and that is how it is going to treat the disease. And then moving on to the conjugated hyperbilirubinemias, Dubin-Johnson and Rotard syndrome. Dubin-Johnson syndrome is an autosomal recessive disease. There is impaired hepatic excretion. So obviously it's going to be in the liver. Liver already conjugation has occurred. So conjugated hyperbilirubinemia is going to occur. We're going to look at a number from 2 to 6 mg per deciliter. Everything are normal, all the liver function tests are normal. But the thing is, in biopsy is going to show brown black pigmentation. We don't know why, but liver biopsy shows brown black pigmentation. Pregnancy and oral contraceptive pills may worsen the jaundice in case of Dubin-Johnson syndrome. Moving on to Rotard syndrome. In case of Rotard syndrome, it's autosomal recessive disorder, very rare. Mild conjugated hyperbilirubinemia. Primary defect is deficiency in the storage capacity, intracellular storage capacity of the liver for binding anions. But everything is normal in case of it. Thank you.